So how low can the Eternals score go? It's been a few days now, and it's managed to somehow drop between 59 to 53%, which is crazy if you think about it, because this is an MCU movie. And usually the critics will do whatever they can to make sure an MCU movie doesn't hit this marker. But it did. And like I've said before, this movie should be the dream movie of California critics. They should be all about this movie. This movie should be amazing because it's got everything they want. It's got all kinds of representation, diversity, disabled superheroes. Everything is in here, but they don't like it. It's kind of funny. I almost want to see it because I just want to see just how bad they think it is. Now, the thing with this score, though, is it's not going to affect the box office. It's not going to affect it at all. In fact, it's being projected that this movie will have a opening just like Shang-Chi was, around, I think, 80 million. I think it's going to be somewhere between 80 million and $100 million because it doesn't matter how bad it looks. It doesn't matter how boring it looks. People will still go see a Marvel movie in droves. Now, eventually, this is going to backlash against them if they keep releasing bad film after bad film after bad film. People will stop going, but that's not going to be for a while. So turds like Eternals can still keep churning out, and people will go see it en masse. This movie, I guarantee you, will bring around somewhere between $80 to $100 million. Some people are thinking it's going to debut at $150 million. And I honestly wouldn't put it past the movie because as boring as it looks, people will go see it. And I got to say, this is one of the worst looking Marvel movies I've ever seen because it's got 10 characters in it. I don't see how you can tell a good plot with 10 characters that you need to introduce and make me care about and still somehow deliver a villain. The villain looks like a generic Marvel villain. He's just some demon that can talk and he wants to destroy the world. That's literally what the back of his toy box says. So I'm sure he's going to be really, really interesting. Here's an outlet saying 75 million. So that seems to be about where we're at. 75 to $150 million for this movie on its opening weekend. And I will be blown away if it manages to make that, because that will pretty much prove you could just stick a naked ass farting on the screen and people will go see it as long as it's a Marvel movie. Yes, I did take that from Idiocracy, a great movie. If you've never watched it, you should probably go see it because it's predicted a lot of the future. So this isn't the main reason I'm making this video. People are actually praising Disney. Disney is a champion of morals. They're actually standing up with their word. They're not backing down because they're not going to edit the movie for Saudi Arabia and Kuwait and some other countries because of the same-sex couple that's in the movie. Now, it's funny because they've edited movies out before, just like when they put Rise of Skywalker in Singapore. You know, that little blink if you miss it kiss that everybody raved about? All the critics, oh my God, it's so stunning and brave. Two women kissed at the end of Rise of Skywalker. Let's give it a higher score because of it. But this movie, they're not going to do that. So if you don't edit it out, they should be praised. You literally have people on Twitter saying that they're stunning and brave. Oh my goodness. Why? I can't believe they're actually going to stick to their principles. I think they're doing this for good press. That's what I think they're doing. See, November 4th, this is when this was said. Eternals will not be released in Saudi Arabia or Kuwait. Local censors requested multiple edits be made, and Disney refused to make them. So now people are saying, I'm so proud of Disney holding their ground. They don't take out the LGBTQ plus representation just for more money. I think they're doing this for good press, which you're now giving them, Kyle. You're giving them good press. And this whole thread is full of people like this. Oh my God, Disney, they're actually gonna stick to their guns. I think they're doing this because the press for this movie has been absolutely horrible, and now maybe they can score some extra woke points. Now, I will give it to them that they aren't editing this out. I think that for once, Disney's going to stick to what they do because, I mean, in the past, they haven't been the big moral authorities that they claim they are, as they've used, well, slave labor in China, and they've edited stuff out of movies before. So at least they're going to stick to their guns on this one. But how much money would have they made in those regions anyway? So I think that they're just trying to double down and pull in as much money as possible from the Western markets, which will probably work. Because let's be clear, Disney is not some virtuous company. They do everything strategically for money, and they're probably just going to go ahead and cut their loss because they wouldn't have made much money in those countries anyway, and decided, okay, let's just go ahead and not release the films there so that we can maximize the amount of money we made in the West because we'll get really good press from a bunch of woke people online. So everyone's going to hail this, and they're going to get more positive attention this movie because let's face it, every piece of media coming out about Eternals right now is negative. Nothing is positive other than the fact that the movie's probably going to make a lot of money this weekend. I really don't think that the score here is going to affect it at all. So we'll see what happens. I do think that it's going to have a humongous drop off on the second weekend. I think much like Black Widow, people are going to say this movie sucks and they're not going to go see it. And then, of course, in a few days, you have, I think on the 19th of November, you have Ghostbusters Afterlife coming out, and then that's going to absolutely bury this movie into a hole and throw tons of dirt over it because that movie is going to be a juggernaut that cannot be stopped. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.